Oh, it automatically does it now. Cool. Hey Oak, how you doing? Been a while? Yeah, I think like a maybe a week. I don't know. Probably around the week. Yeah. But yeah, how you been? Been fine. That's good. Hmm. I've been good. Um, let me show. Basically, I have been making revisions to my drawing method, and it seems to be a good. It seems to be working out, but I'll find out how good it actually is by the end of these 2 pages. Essentially, what I'm doing is I'm drafting again, but I'm trying to focus on drafting like very, very specific, bare minimum kind of stuff, like essentials, I guess. Like trying to figure out what essentials I need to have laid out, and then building the ink work on top of it. So it's still kind of in um, formative stages, the method, but it does seem to be yielding better results. That's the good thing. Instead of 30 hours a page, right now I'm at 8 hours for 2 pages. So if I can get each of these pages in 10 hours, that's 300% faster. So that would be crazy. But we'll see how it works out. My goal is to be able to produce pages in like 3 to 6 hours. That's the ultimate long term goal, but that won't be possible for a while. Totally not watching My Hero Academia right now. Have you finished the whole thing, or are you watching it like watching it through for the first time? So close to the end. Okay, I see. I think I'm gonna have her look down actually. I think, I don't know, the plan to split everyone up has gone to shit. Yeah, Dabby's about to explode. Blue fire guy, I think, right? Yeah. So I'm assuming that it's done, right? I guess I can probably give it a watch through if it's done. Like the anime has caught up. I know the manga's been done for like a year now or more. Have enough for voucher. uh, Not yet, I guess. One third of the way. Oh, so you're aiming for, yeah, you're aiming for the paint. Interesting. Oh, ink? I can't remember what prices I set up, but just have under 5K. Oh, so the 15K one is I think the sketch, right? Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'll be streaming a while today. I want to get these 2 pages done. I want to kind of push to see if I have the method so you can farm points whenever you are checking out. I guess you can just leave your phone or whatever running. I'll be going for like, I guess, 3 to 4 hours, maybe. We'll see. Hey, Kali, how you doing? The stream, I'm just inking away, trying to see if I have the speed buff that I need, or like what about it I need to still figure out. Doing okay. That's good. Did I loop? I don't know. I can't. I don't know if I looped or not just now. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? Hey bro, mate. No worries. Show up whenever is convenient for you. Got caught up in some stuff. Let me show you. Wahaha. Guess who? Oh, you got a Twitch. Nice. Now you can hear the music. It's the Nikkei soundtrack. I am inevitable. Now I nibble on your art from both ends. Munch, munch. Now you can farm points. Points are a currency, I guess, on Twitch, and you can use them to either trigger effects during the stream or hoard them and order a voucher of some sort, depending on what you want. Free art, essentially. I've heard of the points, yeah. I believe YouTube is working on a point system, but it's for what's it called? I've seen it. I've seen some point system for chatting and um, super chatting on YouTube. They have a leaderboards XP system, which I guess is experimental right now. Commercial jump scare. Yeah, there's commercials. I forgot about mentioning that, but yeah, commercial. Point system for YouTube is weird. So I accidentally got recommended stream from one of my haters. I didn't recognize the channel, so I showed up and commented. If you comment once, it gives you, I think, 25 points, I think, right? And then doesn't give you any points after that. Or EXP rather. And then you get placed on a leaderboard, but you can pay to win if you want to be at the top. I think if you super chat a lot, you can get at the top of that leaderboard. Beats made it stick around. Hey Twitch chat. Hey YouTube. Either way, what you been up to, I guess? How you doing? Think I may have lost it. Perhaps. No, you're just like me. Have you ever talked to yourself on 4 different platforms? No. Either that or the months of sleep deprivation is getting to me. Months of sleep deprivation. How are you like not able to fall asleep or just getting very little sleep in general? I go to sleep, I see YouTube logos, I wake up, I go to my notifications, there's nothing there, I go back to bed. Oh, so you're addicted to social media. You know, the only thing to do there is to stop. I wouldn't say I'm addicted to social media, but um, to avoid that sort of thing, I don't have my phone near my bedside. I leave it where my computer is, which is not in my bedroom. Unless I have like a really like something to do that requires like an alarm or something, like a special alarm. Like if I have to wake up at a time that I'm not normally waking up, then the phone is useful then. Although I found that just the fact that I know I have to wake up will ruin my sleep. Like if I have to wake up at an abnormal time. It's all about me wanting a fan base, but so far, meh. What kind of a fan base do you want? Like what's the interest that you want to cover? Like topics and stuff, I guess. Art and chaos. Why is there a giant finger on a itty bitty lady? I had the same question. Twitch guy. I think it's a photo. No, it's a doorknob. But that's an interesting uh thing that you've mentioned there. Interesting thing because now I'm wondering what I could be doing to make this read more, or what I could mention, I guess, to make sure that it reads that it's a doorknob. I mean, like, besides the warping, maybe there's something else. Maybe the words that she says will mention that she's gonna open the door, and then hopefully that's enough. Like with association of the other panels, it should be. That's about as good as I can do, I think. Oh, what the Sigma? Been bamboozled. Why is there an itty bitty lady on a giant finger? Uh, it'll make sense in the rest of the with the rest of the page context. Mm. How you doing, Lotus? Looks amazing in detail, thank you. Hungry, and so I vanish. Alrighty, have a good meal, bold man. I'm an agent of Twitch, but my heart belongs to YouTube. I shall return from whence I have come. I wanted to surprise you, and now I take my reluctant leave. Now you go back to the silence, the silence realm. I feel like the warping is good enough, but whatever. That's all I can kind of do right now. The sound of silence is where I have grew up, and I hope the noise would distract me of my conscience, but distract my of my conscience, but I don't know how. I That's a badly written sentence. Rewrite all of that. Is she opening the door? Yeah, she's opening the door. So the idea was to have her her image be like the warp. Yeah, and those are maybe if I drew more of her hand, it would have been more readable. But it's just a couple fingers, so it's like maybe I should have made it a little further away. It's the handle in her hand, yeah, or like she's about to grab it. My cringe takes over my grammar. I see. I like how I drew her though, or inked her. Looks looks nice. Oh. It looks a lot better than what I did here. For both of them, they look a lot better now because I've had a little practice with them here. Like she looks way better here than she does here. She looks much better here. I think you at least need to make it more understandable to handle because it looks like someone this whole is looking by the spy hole. Oh, you mean like okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like they're looking through the door, that hole in the door. That's what you talk. That's what you mean. It's not clear it's her hand. Yeah, if it was zoomed out a bit more, I think seeing like the whole hand or like half the hand at least, like maybe the fingers on the thumb or something. I would have yeah, peephole. There we go. I don't even know the word. Fingers might not make sense with that reflection. Yeah, this one is confusing for nothing. Oh well. I think in with the do you think with the rest of the context, like her opening the door for the next panel, does that help at all? Like obviously it's still not a good practice because you don't want panel that comes after the panel to be what's informing what that panel was, right? It's kind of like backwards. But yeah, I don't know. Can't do anything about it now, but it's good to have the feedback because then I'll rethink about some panels that I've been uh, prototyping. There's a panel that I'm prototyping. I should probably show you guys before I do it, just so like I get the feedback again for it. Um, this is gonna sound really crazy. Basically, it's a scope, right? And in the scope, you see the reflection of uh, a person, or you see the image of a person who's looking at the person who has the scope aimed at him through binoculars. So it's like a mirror. Both of them are kind of like seeing each other, but the way the panels are arranged, it's like we get to see both of them through the reflection on the binoculars and the target in the scope. I'm gonna draw that out eventually, and you guys can tell me if it makes any sense or if it just looks like craziness. We'll see. We'll see if I can eventually get to even that part. Because obviously that with the scope and all that stuff is means that it's much later in the story where they're actually gonna have some action. I think, and maybe that's just me. Oh, like for this one, but on this one, here not seeing the arm is what is the servicing you. Oh, so not seeing like the actual arm reach to the like the arm in the reflection, I guess could be because I obviously like can't fit the arm and zoom that far out and still show the reflection on the doorknob. If it's like how I'm thinking, I don't know if the end of the binocular or the scope can have an accurate reflection, but I've got no idea future problems anyway. I don't think it can have an accurate reflection. Um, but it's like a graphic thing, I guess. Like what's it called? It's more of a design thing at that point, but it might not work. So we'll figure that out when the time comes. Stylistic choice and whatnot. Yeah, I was thinking of putting like a keyhole over her boobs, but I'm not sure. If you ever had to redo that doorknob one, I guess you do a different hand angle, like thumb going left to right over breast area, and assume the hand from there. Yeah, well, like with both of the feedback, I'd zoom out a little bit more so we see like maybe half of the or more of the actual doorknob. I'd have like more of the hand, and I'd also have the reflection show like the hand reaching or her arm reaching towards where the actual hand is grabbing. Maybe that will help. Either way, it's kind of a weird panel, right? So who knows? It would still be kind of hit or miss with the clarity. I think that if you really want to keep it like that, though, I'm assuming that you have more to write. It was very unique panel choice. Unique, but we'll see. You need to make the shadowy thing behind more detailed. Shadowy thing behind the what's it called? This part, I guess, like the like I don't know what it would be called. The roof, I guess. Let me see. Wait, let's try it out. Trying to draw like the wood um at like a warped angle to like stay consistent. It's a little bit hard to see, so I should probably. Okay. Oh, cool. So apparently I just finished My Hero Academia without realizing it. That was the last episode, I guess, that you were on, or the last few episodes, probably. I have a character because we were talking since we're on the topic of reflections, right? I don't think this works at all, but it was just really cool, so I might use it anyways. But I had a character from a completely other story, um, that basically their power, I guess, is I guess maybe it's a multiple things because you need multiple powers to get this to work, right? But effectively, they're able to see in reflections infinitely. So let's say you have like a drop of rain, and then it somehow, even microscopically, maybe has like a reflection. I don't even know if this is physically possible. Maybe a fragment of an image. I don't know. But he could zoom into it with his eye and then zoom into it with infinite resolution into a different reflection in that same image and then basically perceive almost everything. It's an insanely OP perceptive power, but I don't think it would work. It would look cool though, because then if you have scenes where you can have it zoom in infinitely into an image and then infinitely just keep zooming in, right? With this guy's ability, like he's scoping into a scene and then scoping into a puddle, and then the puddle is reflecting the side of a car mirror, and then you scope into the car mirror, and then you scope into the person's who's sitting inside the car. You scope into like their eye or their glasses that reflects something else, and you scope even further, and you just go like that forever until you get to whatever he's looking for. I think his code name was Horus or something. Probably that makes sense. I think Horus is like an Egyptian god for like an eagle or something. Okay, got what you're saying. The first time, then yeah, it's pretty good, especially for like an urban setting with a lot of windows. Yeah, it was it's from like a cyberpunky story. So I say cyberpunk, but it's not really like cyberpunk is to do with like it's more philosophical, but the setting, I guess, is cyberpunky ish. dystopian with like cyborgs and all that shit. Doesn't really have to do with the human condition that much, like the story of it. Although who knows, maybe once I actually get to writing it properly, it might have some theme that is more relevant to like a cyberpunk. But right now it's just a cool setting with a bunch of crazy characters. I need to figure out what I want to do with it. What do you watch on YouTube? It depends. My recommendations is always very broken because it's a pretty wide taste. I'll say what I watched like recently. There's a Wendigoon video about the Call of Duty series, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. It's like a 4 hour video. I watched that. While I'm doing stuff, sometimes I just have like a VTuber video going on in the background. Like lately, I've been watching a lot of Cleo. She's gonna have a history lecture because she's a former professor. I think on June 6th, she's gonna have a history lecture, so I'm interested into to seeing that. Sometimes I watch drama videos, like people who cover some internet happening. Usually when it's recent, but also sometimes there's some crazy stuff that happened in the past that I didn't either didn't know was going on or didn't have the full story. The kind of stuff that you just watch while you're eating or something. Um, yeah. What do you guys watch? A lot of car videos, although like it's mostly just uh I'm just gonna say cringe edits, even though I think they're cool as hell. I watch some sometimes those okay, so like there's abandoned places and there's videos where they go to the abandoned place and they kind of explore it. It's trespassing, but whatever. But then there's also these videos where they just fly a drone through it and they do like tricks and stuff. Some of those I watch sometimes or like more recently. Anime Predator Alien art shorts, theory videos of conspiracy. I watch those too, yeah. Alex Bale, I don't know who that is. I do watch Sloth Penguin, Moist Critical, I guess, right? That's Pyro. I know Pyro. I don't know what he does though. General gaming. I feel like I've heard that. Whole live clips. Occasional body cam. Donut operator. I've watched some donut operator. Um, but I try not to. Otherwise, my recommendation gets ruined by those. Yeah, it's just so much different things, and I guess when you watch so many different things, YouTube doesn't know what to do with you. So if you watch like one thing that was out of your area of interests that you've been watching for a while, it will just suddenly think that, oh, I'll just recommend you this one thing, even though like you just looked it up to see how cringe it was or something. But yeah, or maybe that's just in general. I don't know. I even watch my own videos and wonder to myself, what was I on when I thought of that? I don't watch my own videos ever. I think that I clicked on some random cooking short. Oh, I used to watch actually a lot of cooking videos, but like when I wanted to eat, I would watch cooking videos from like Korea of them preparing something completely different than what I was eating because I was just eating canned tuna, but I have to watch them make like the greasiest American style burger. But yeah, random cooking shorts, and then one in every 5 videos or a month was normie trend stuff. Yeah, YouTube be like that. I hate it when my shorts feed gets corrupted. It's so unreliable that actually got me to stop watching shorts because um I think YouTube does something where they decide or they try to figure out how many garbage videos they can feed you that are completely irrelevant to your tastes in the shorts feed just to get you to scroll more, past more things, maybe hit more ads or something. Um, I think they do that on purpose. Whereas the Instagram feed is like just it's almost like only what you would actually be interested in seeing, at least for me. The Instagram feed is or real feed is powerful. But yeah, YouTube would always give me these TV shows. Some of them I've watched or like watched part of it, but I'm not really like I don't really care that much about TV shows. So now I use the scroll features of YouTube Shorts, always going back to homepage. So I use it like normal recommended. I think that messes it up and would give me random trash I ever scrolled. Reason I've gone into it is because there's a lot of channels now that pretty much only do their contents through shorts or primarily I should say their content is like through shorts. Like there's this channel where this guy does lighter stuff. I actually have some. I think I he's like a lighter collector and his shorts are always great. But he also has like long form videos. Like, check this out. Wait, I don't know if that's too loud for you or not. Cough. What? Just show the video. Come on. Look at this shit. Makes me want to smoke again. That's sick. Yeah, and you can't hear it, YouTube person, but it has all the cool sounds. Whoa, fancy. Give him one this time. But yeah, I've downloaded tons of this guy's videos just because I like lighters a lot. And then there's like shoemaking videos, or I guess this one's like a enhancements or something. Just random stuff like that. There's like wood carving videos, all these different little things like that. And the unfortunate thing about the YouTube shorts is while all the content is there, you you get fed stuff that is completely not in your interest on purpose. And then you're just wasting time. Like I think it's like 1 in 5 videos is going to be your actual interest. Don't worry, we know you've got a shoe thing. What does that mean? What does that mean? Next chapter, a character's reflection in a lighter, I guess. That will be pretty tough. Unless it's that okay, so you know that thing that girls have, or I guess women in general used to have back in the day where they would like it's like a little circle thing. And then they pop it open and there's a mirror and there's like a pad of I guess powder or something. And they would like powder their nose or something like that, right? Pocket mirror, yeah, I guess. But there's a lighter that's basically like that. So it would have to be that type of lighter for me to get enough space to do a reflection. Unless I get really fancy. Oh, music. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of car videos. I'm not gonna suffer you guys all of that. But yeah, they're really cool. There's a couple people who do this. It's like a I guess it's more common now, even though it wasn't at some point. But basically there's people who do drone tricks, right? And they become really good at piloting these drones with cameras. And they get hired by like racing events to like follow the car really close while they're like doing tricks, I guess, like flipping around. And it's like I guess if you have motion sickness, you'll probably just throw up after like 3 seconds or something. But for me, it's like it looks so cool. I do have a very stupid question. What question? All right, reflection and doorknobs that visually clear usually? No. I have some reference images and they're from like the doorknobs have obviously been polished to make the reflection that clear, but I have two reference images that I've used for that specific shot, and they're like indoor chrome doorknobs, whereas this is an outdoor doorknob. It would be that clean. Why did I do it anyways? Because I had the cool idea and I had to go with it. I had to try it. The monster spends his downtime between hunting prey, polishing doorknobs, and keeps the cabin upkept. Yeah, we'll pretend that's the we'll pretend that's the reason. How are you this evening? I was pretty good. Um, I I got a little bit of inking done. I mostly was doing her. How far are we in this? Almost 10 hours. That means halfway to the goal of 20 hours. But um what else did I do? I'm trying to think. Oh, the cherries are not like emerging, the cherries that I planted. So I was looking into that a bit and apparently they have to like break out of the shell or something. Like the pit, you can't just put the pit apparently and expect it to grow, but I think I'm gonna just do that anyways. I'm just gonna probably just put it in a straight pot outside and just leave it there. If it comes, it comes. Because there was a bunch of like steps and stuff that I was apparently supposed to do, and I'm just not gonna bother with all of that. They're like, it's the process called stratification, and you need to have it in the um like cold essentially for 10 weeks, and I'm just like, I don't have 10 weeks. I don't have the patience for this. I'm just gonna throw it outside in some soil, and what happens or doesn't happen is what it is. Mm. Canada's first cherry farmer. Pretty sure they have a bunch of those because the weather here is good for it. Like my uh I don't know what do you call it? A your grandfather's brother. Just different type of grandfather, I don't know. But they have a cherry tree. I don't think they planted it. Maybe they did, I don't know. But I think he's too old to pick it. So I wonder if someone is picking it for him, hopefully. Otherwise that's a bunch of waste. Every box you produce comes with a free manga. I don't know about that. Surprised how long your family tends to live. All my grandparents are dead as last Wednesday, I think it was. A couple weeks ago, uh, actually, my grandpa died. So he made it to 90. I think it would have been better for him to die 5 years earlier because, you just, he was a carpenter by trade, did a lot of work. Not the type of man who would want to be bedridden, right? So 90 though, that's a little bit. I don't know. I feel like 70 is enough for me personally. Good night. Oh, have a good night. Damn, I'm sorry to hear. I think I mentioned it or alluded to it last week, but I don't know. Accidentally. I don't really like to talk about those things while they were happening. So now that it's over, I can talk about it. He be carpenting. Hello, silly guy. But yeah, if yours died, like what age were they then? Moron. Because you're pretty young, so about 70? Oh, okay. Well, I feel like I would want to die around that age, but I don't know. Like having to deal with all the stuff that comes after feels like the human body isn't supposed to last that long. Maybe too, you can like have a better diet and stuff like that. Maybe that will help, but I don't know how much it really helps. Like when your teeth are falling out, I think you're not supposed to be living that long if your teeth are falling out. Maternal side grandfather had lung cancer. Okay, so these are cancer. Damn, both cancer. Was a goodie. We're drawing manga and talking about dead people on that Japanese grind. Oh, so you're studying Japanese? Paternal grandfather's health declined, kidney failure got him. Grandmother died last week. Just in general, kind. R.I.P. The family has it's been having a lot more death than life. What I mean, like, is marriage and children and stuff like that. from the grandkids. It's kind of crazy. So you go from paternal grandfather and his wife having 8 kids to each of those kids basically having no kids, or each of those kids children having no kids. Like I think maybe two of my cousins, maybe no, one of them actually. Yeah, one of them. Only one of them has a kid. Mm, good night. All right, have a good one, Collie. Have a good rest. But I ain't doing Japanese on Duolingo. That's balls. I'm learning it in Google. So you're just typing in like phrases, I guess, that you would. I heard like ChatGPT and other AIs are actually pretty good at teaching. I haven't actually tried it out though. It makes sense for them to be good because they're language models. So I don't know if AI can identify that there's three S's in scissors. What? Three S's in scissors? It can identify that. Why wouldn't it be able to do that? Or have you watched AI slander videos that claim that it can't do X, Y, and Z? There's four. My brain. I know I got the IQ of like a 3-year old baby. Just a baby. Or 4 years old. Why so late? What do you mean, why so late? I've been streaming for how many hours already? Almost two? Oh, wait, over two. I'll go for one more. Yeah, I'll go for one more hour. Uh, I want to do like a long one, potentially, but it might cut into the time goal that I have for this. Because obviously streaming and drawing does kind of cause a bit of a slowdown, and I want to hit the goal, so we'll see. Wanted to draw with you, so I was really depressed because I thought you weren't gonna go live. Give me a sec as I bring back my old profile picture. Got my Discord account. What happened to your Discord account? What happened? What? It got exploded, maybe. Hey Des, how you doing? I messed up something when I was verifying, so it kicked me out and said the account is locked until 2 days, so I had to get new account and lost all my friends' users. What? What did you mess up that badly? That I did that to you? Oh, there's your silly little guy. Moin moin, das calibrado. Bing chilling. Moinsen. Ah, is it morning for you or are you going to sleep? Can never tell. Guten Morgen. I left an alarm on without noticing. Oh, I see. For me, I got insomnia. So never heard of sleep. That's rough. Used to have a lot of trouble falling asleep or getting any sleep in general. Like it's still not the best, but it's much better than before. It's getting better slowly. I'm back. Welcome back. How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Um, I was trying out a new method because the last page that I worked on, which is this one, took me 30 hours. So that's not good, right? And I tried some new methods and approaches and stuff with this one, and it seems to be doing better. It's 2 pages, so hitting 10 hours, even 20 hours, means that I took 10 hours a page roughly. And that's 300% better than 30 hours a page. Anyways, gonna go back. All right, have a good one. Knock yourself out of sleep. Yo, we got a mini Ray over here. Yeah, this is the silly guy. Um, hold your breath. Don't. You have some good times there, right here. The 10 hours per page. Hopefully, I hope. I hope I do better for these 2 pages. Once you crash out, watching the wrong, not even the wrong stream alone, like art streams in general, aren't crash out content, but wrong guy. I don't crash out. Too much emotional control. I don't crash out, Rahu said calmly. I crash out because the store had no wolf item. What store has wolf items? Is this some game? Probably Roblox, I'm gonna guess. I don't know about the guys in chat, but do you ever feel like, let's say that you are provoked to have an emotional outburst, but it's been like this for me a long time. Do you ever feel like, oh, if you have an emotional outburst, you're just being performative? Like you're acting? Yeah, like you had a choice. So it's not really like you lost control and had like a genuine reaction. It's like you're either allowing yourself or not to have an emotional reaction to something. Gotta go. All right, see ya. Bye. I'm just not invested in stuff enough to say that I could have that. So like detachment, I guess. I think it makes sense for her to be looking over at her sister, who would be like that way. I want pizza. I haven't had pizza in like I mean bought it from the store in like a maybe a year. No, not a year, half a year at most, I think. Ah, too bad nothing is open when I'm active. How do you get by without pizza? That should be two of your three meals a day. Should be, but the thing is that for about almost a year of my life, I think it was the same year I came back to Canada from Florida. Me and my brother were living in a basement, and I think that's all we ate every day. We ate Domino's pizza, and we drank Jägermeister. It was all winter, so maybe I got sick of it or something at some point. Jägermeister, Kraut Likör. Yeah, Germany, German drinks or a German drink. I think it's supposed to be a digest or it has digestive property because I guess of how it's made. But I remember someone bought it and brought it to me because they didn't like it, and I ended up liking it. So it's made out of herbs, so I guess it's kind of healthy. That's what I told myself. I definitely remember saying something like that. It's basically medicine. Think about it. Oh, I found pants for her. Like at the, I found a Levi's from the 80s. Not gonna be like that, so I have to remember not to draw this, but to use the one I found as reference. Probably gonna be tighter on her though than this, but yeah. But indeed, something random, or maybe not so random, because like it's relevant to what I've been doing for a while. I've been thinking of satisfaction with effort put into work versus satisfaction with work itself. Um, because like pretty much, I don't think I've ever been satisfied with the produced whatever I produced. There's always like a reflection or reflective state that I go into after I do something, and I kind of like tear it apart and whatever, right? To me, it's not even like a negative thing. It's just like what you do after you complete something. But basically, I think that it's enough if you are satisfied with the effort you put into it. But it's not good, at least in my head, to be satisfied with the actual result. Or it's irrelevant, I guess. I shouldn't say like it's not good, because like at some point I guess you should like the stuff that you make. Or you should be able to say, "Oh, I did this and that good." But it's more important to actually feel good about, "Oh, I did I put the effort in," or "I didn't phone it in to just do something quickly," or "I didn't do something just for a trend or whatever, attention." Or I actually learned something, got something else out of the work. I don't know. Basically, I'm bringing that up in relation to this because I've kind of just realized that throughout the entire project, I guess I've been what people might consider negative, but to me, it's just how I've always approached my work and probably always will. Mm. It's your standard. Yeah. As long as you can take compliments and that's the next thing I was thinking of. I was thinking in my head, if this is like how my standard is, am I being genuine when I accept compliments because I don't actually believe, like if someone says, "Oh, your work is amazing," and then I don't believe that it's amazing, but I'm like I just say, "Yeah, thanks." I don't know. Is that like an ingenuine or not genuine way to accept a compliment? Oh shit. Uh, raid raid people. Hold on, let me check who actually raided. Um, Superior Spider, thanks for the raid. What were you up to? And thank you, Agent, always watching Twitch. And oh wait, no, that's someone who followed 2 hours ago that I didn't thank for the follow. Serpent Siren, thanks for the follow. What are you up to? Uh, Superior Spider. I think my mod's really gonna like you. Really like spiders. Oh, and hello, bro. You are my guy on YouTube. How you doing? But yeah, while you type up what you were up to, um, I'm basically working on a comic, and I guess like reflecting on ideas about standards, art, and stuff like that. Mm, this looks so good. We were just talking about. I mean, yeah, I do agree. It looks pretty good. It looks a lot better than what I was doing before. I was having trouble with drawing faces because I don't really like drawing digitally. Like the faces here are pretty bad, and I started to get a hang of it here. and now I'm a little better now. Lines are clean. Thank you. Junji Ito, that's a massive compliment. I love his work. This is a horror comic as well, so I'm glad that the vibes are coming through. I have his collectioning art book and all of his manga. Damn, I don't have that. I bought like one manga and then I realized, hey, if I start buying manga, I'm going to have way too much stuff collected, so I stopped. If I get a bigger place though, yeah, I will start collecting. The vibes are being transmitted. I spent on BL manga and Junti Ito, but Junti Ito is the only full collection I have. PTSD Radio, one of my references. PTSD Radio. Is that one what you were up to? Or let me actually search up what that is. PTSD Radio. Oh, it's a horror manga. Okay, yeah. I guess this is. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the Junti Ito one about um that thing in space? Is that the? Wait, let me check. Wait, no, this is something else. Masaki Nakayama. PTSD Radio is similar to Junti Ito. Oh, okay. Now we're doing a Trad Inc. comic art. Oh, let me actually check then. Let me check what you were doing. Oh, are you both artists? You both do the arts on Twitch? Oh shit! Damn! Look at that. That looks good. Nice lines. Oh man, it's lagging. Hold on, me. All of my hardware is like 10 years old. Stop it. He does art. I do art. Artist life. Art. Be arting everywhere. Nice. I'm gonna go to the Instagram, I guess. Oh no, it want me to log in. I know what I'll do. I'll just follow you and Serpent, and then I'll check after because my computer is having a problem. Oh, I hit 3 hours too, so you guys kind of rated at the end point for me. Sir Groove a lot. Hello. Um. Okay, enough. Eternal Return. Next later night rain until I get frustrated to do some art. I call that a plan. Hi everyone, I'm Spider. Okay, I see. That makes more sense. I was like, what? What are you talking about? I was like, huh? What is bro saying? I'm busy sucking in game. But yeah, going all the way back to what Des you were saying, as long as you can take compliments and acknowledge what others think of your work, then it's fine. I can definitely acknowledge what others think. Like I pretty much do everything that I'm doing right now, like streams and sharing the art and stuff for the feedback. I like critical feedback more than I guess complimentary feedback because I'm always in that I'm always on that grind set. But yeah, I guess that's something that I need to kind of think about. We were talking for like context for the Raiders. We were talking about we were talking about like standards, I guess, and approaches to your work. So like there's I was talking about how there was a difference between being satisfied with the process, like the work you put into your work, versus being satisfied with the result. Because I'm basically never really satisfied with the result, or I don't take the time to appreciate the result. I kind of just move on um, to like the next thing. I kind of reflect on what I did and what I didn't do well, what I did well and what I didn't do well, and then I kind of just move on. I don't really take the time to appreciate because I'm like always more concerned with making sure that I felt good about the amount of work I put in to make sure like I don't take like the cheap or the easy way to achieve results because I kind of like the challenge that comes with creating artwork. I have a fine arts degree. I get yeah, you definitely get it. The fine arts degree, the fine arts stuff in general, because that's what I do a lot of when I'm not doing digital stuff. Digital stuff is like I mostly started doing it because it was easy to commission work. But I would I would probably be doing traditional only if it wasn't for that. Here's some traditional stuff that I did like last week, I think. It's just like VTuber fan art stuff, but oh, I think I deleted something else that was supposed to be there. There was something with alcohol markers because I don't use alcohol markers, so I was trying it out. Um, this is some ink stuff. Inks, dip pen. Do both digital and traditional. More digital now, but fine art school can kill your passion real quick. Damn. Results and the process depend also on the mood. I guess like you mean like your intention going in. Like if you were more interested in getting a good result versus if you were more interested in learning from the process. I'm an impatient artist, so I'm mostly satisfied with the result than the process on my end. I think I'm like the opposite to probably a terrible degree. I spent 30 hours 30 hours on this page, which is way too much if you want to be able to make like a comic in a timely manner. You can't be spending that much time on a page. But there was a lot of learning. So like that's what kept me glued on the page. Obviously, I revised methods and stuff with these two pages that I'm doing, and I'm planning to do it 3 times faster. But we'll see if that works out or not. Um, but I like the process, but sometimes also the results, or I hate them. But I'm a beginner artist. Started 2023 with traditional art. Also, do you stream as well, or not yet? Maybe I don't know. What I use traditional technique in my digital art. Yeah, all of my brushes, I adjusted them to work as closely as I can get them to for like a traditional feeling. But it's never quite there. No, I don't stream and don't plan to, but I post my stuff online on DeviantArt Insta. Okay, I'll check. Probably after stream because my computer doesn't like juggling all these things. That reminds me that I should work on art tomorrow. Stream it? Are you streaming it or just on your own time, I guess? Yeah, I'll most likely stream it. Hell yeah. I'll see if I can pop in. Depends on what time you do it. I'm usually active at night. Um, 11. I'm usually active like around 11 p.m. EST. Might as well see what other people are up to, you know? Because streaming is great. It's like fun to like interact, but I feel like it does slow me down a lot. And I'm trying to do like a speed thing here. Yeah, I don't think I'll be streaming that late. It'll probably be in the evening after my appointment, which is like 2:30 p.m. Then and then it's 50 minutes and I have to come back. And starting next week, I'll disappear for a bit. Getting busy, doing something like a week or two, maybe three. Having surgery. Oh, well, good luck. I hope everything goes well. Is it really in? Well, you don't need to say, but I was gonna ask if it was really invasive or what, but it's probably too personal. Personnel. Hope it all goes well, Serpent. Lap laparoscopy. So no big cutting. Half my stomach. No big cutting, but half my stomach is being removed. That's That sounds like a lot of cutting. But yeah, I don't know how the surgery is. So external cutting, not much scars. Oh, that's crazy though. But yeah, hope all goes well and you have a speedy recovery. Half the stomach is a big cut. I feel like the reason this hair here doesn't look good is because I don't have enough stuff going on. Maybe I'll add like a thing. It's supposed to be quick, but not looking forward to the puree after the surgery. Oh, like, yeah, I have to eat a lot of um like a very specific diet, I guess. You're gonna be asleep while in surgery. I'm hoping I don't wake up this time. Second last time, one surgery and one procedure. I woke up midway. Damn, that's scary. I told them about it and they said they would take precautions for it. For my mom, I remember when she was well, she I don't remember because like I wasn't conscious, but she was telling me about when she was pregnant for for me they gave her the whatever painkiller thingy that they typically give, but it didn't numb her where it was supposed to, I guess. It numbed her toes or something. And and she ended up feeling everything. Which she was just like, oh, it's whatever. It wasn't like the most horrible thing ever. But it's weird how it can just go places or not work at all. I don't know what exactly it is that determines that for person to person. Just not to be able to sleep, but at the end they put me to sleep because I was sensitive to pain. To be fair, Doc was crushing my broken bone, so of course it hurt. This kind of surgery, you can't be awake. There would be too many risk of bleeding and complications. Yeah, I guess your body like reacts to stuff, and that might cause issues too, right? When they're trying to do stuff, and the doctor is not doing his job. If it's a broken bone, they don't have to put you to sleep. If they cut an organ, they have to put you to sleep. Except pen appendicitis. Damn it, I suck at pronouncing medical terms. Which they can do with local anesthetic. I guess that's the removal of the appendix or something, right? That's my super risky guess of the day. Either way, I better check to see who's on because maybe I can raid someone. Let me see who's on. Because I've reached 3 hours. I was supposed to go for 3 hours and then stop, but then you guys raided me. So went on for a little bit longer. But I am reaching my endpoint with the energy. So I should check. Yeah, exactly. But they put the whole arm to sleep, but I needed more. It seems no time. They just put me to sleep. It was cool to see how it hit the nerves though. I mean, if they see too much shift in your blood pressure, they'll knock you out. Because it would cause swelling and loss of consciousness, which would negatively affect the impact of your nervous and immune system. Oh, okay. So I have Biscuit, but I think he's been going on for a while. Let me see someone who's more fresh, maybe. Someone doing art. That's what I usually raid. Hmm. I might not have anyone, but I'm gonna give it a look over one more time. I can send you guys to Akio. I almost regularly raiding him at some point because he's always on. Let's do that. That way I can check you guys' art when I'm off stream. Flash raid Akio Blaze. I don't think the caps matter, right? I can just do this. Yeah, okay. Alright. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for watching and all of that. Oh my god, he's been going for 8 hours. Oh well. See you guys. Have a good one. think I'm still streaming. I could probably just close that before I get working on something else. Whoever's on YouTube, thanks for watching. I'll see you when